Minimum wage workers are not allowed to seek relief under capitalism. Now, I don't know if you've ever worked a minimum wage job, but these jobs are notorious for being the most grueling and frankly the most terrible jobs that you could ever have the displeasure of working in your life. And this is not to put down people working at these jobs. I've worked a ton of these jobs. But what I've noticed in working these jobs and applying for these jobs is that even though financially you are the lowest of society, there are still certain limitations in getting these jobs. For instance, drug tests are a big one. When you're applying to work any of these jobs, there's a big chance that they're going to get you drug tested before you can even walk in the door. And I understand why they do this logically, because you don't want people to be high at work. It can come off as unprofessional. But I think there's a darker side to this process. Because once you do get these jobs, oftentimes there will be mandatory random drug tests as well. And a lot of people aren't looking to be elevated at work. A lot of them are simply doing it when they get home to relieve the stress of the workday. But even these private instances could be at your detriment when it comes to your employment. Therefore, not allowing people working minimum wage jobs to seek relief even in their private lives. And if you've ever worked one of these jobs, you would agree that it's pretty hard to stay completely sober while working one of these jobs. And I would like to put a disclaimer that I'm not talking about harder drugs like crack or something. I'm talking about marijuana, or pretty much simply marijuana, and alcohol. Although, even though alcohol is the less healthy route, you're usually not going to be reprimanded for drinking in your spare time. So why should smoking legal marijuana outside of work hours get you in trouble at work? It's because under a system like capitalism, especially in its late stages, efficiency is prioritized. And when you're in an elevated state, you're usually not going to be as efficient as you would be sober. They want to make sure that they can call at you at any time and that you would be sober and ready to work. Because to them, you're nothing but a number, one of their workers who should be ready to work at any time, regardless of the situation.